This is the Business Value Exchange, and I'm Helen Beckett, the editor. Very pleased to invite back to us today Agur Jõgi, CIO of Bigbank. Welcome.
Hi, Helen. Nice to be back.
We talked a bit earlier about how you used a brand new startup product with great success in your bank and its journey towards digital. And I know it's a favourite topic of yours is how to access startup thinking, how to utilise it. And you have a great deal of experience which you can share with our community members today, I hope. So first of all, why do you think CIOs in enterprises should really be looking to startups for fresh ideas?
Yeah, okay. I think that the major concern for many of the companies, at least for the knowledge-involved companies, is that how to facilitate change and how to keep innovation alive in your company. And then mostly the innovation, bright people, young people, entrepreneurial people, it all comes together. At least here in Estonia, those entrepreneurial young people, they tend to create startups. So if I like to have an innovation in my enterprise, then I need to get my access to their brains. And if they like to make startups, then it altogether makes me to think that, then I need to make myself or my company available and open for those startups. And then again, they are missing some experience and they are missing the market touch. So I have a market and experiences. They have bright ideas, being passionate for what they are doing and then trying to experiment and to learn. So putting those things together gives a good opportunity for both of us.
So it's a good marriage. But how do enterprises which are maybe constrained with very sort of particular procedures and routines and mindsets, how do they go about doing that? Is it purely the people they hire, or is there a shortcut to maybe a collaboration with the startup and accessing some of that thinking and technology even? Are there some examples you could perhaps give us?
I think it's more the way of thinking. You think that your corporate rules will not allow to get startups in because they don't have the security test passed or they don't have the complete code or whatever like this. But I think it's still the way how you are thinking. How I approached or came to the startup scheme, it was like in one moment I started to get calls from different companies. Hey, Agur, you are experienced. Come and share with us. Okay. And then somehow the startup accelerators started to call to me. And then I ended up being a mentor to different startups and then being part of the startup culture and working together with teams. Then I actually realized that they are the same people who I have in my company. They just have a bit brighter ideas. They are thinking maybe slightly faster. And they really try to push the limits and to make life more fun.
So maybe that could even work in reverse, that you have the startups mentoring the CIOs as well, how to think differently, move differently, etc.
Yeah.
Are there any examples you can give of enterprises that have had some quick wins from using or collaborating with startups?
Perhaps one good thing coming from UK is the NPS or Net Promoter Score. It's the old known tradition how to measure that how the customers are satisfied with your service or with your product. But then again, like building up it in a clever way that customer would like really to give an feedback to you and you to be able to count it on and to know that where you are standing. For enterprise, it may sound like a lot of development into my current CRM. I need to implement a new functionality, blah, 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 6 months at least to develop. Instead of taking one of those guys and startups who are on street level and just do the API magic and to connect their solution with your old enterprise systems, and it's plugged in. Plus, you will get some experiences and thinking behind it, how they like to do the differently, this NPS magic. So you will get the marketing power, you can get the working piece of software, and you will get the solution. And not in 6 months, maybe, but right now, at this moment and this place.
That's really interesting to hear. It's funnily enough, we have this month we're talking about as a service economy on the Business Value Exchange, and here you describe it perfectly. You get someone who's a new way of doing things, plug in a smart API, and you have instant functionality, which is very useful to a fast-moving digital enterprise.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Many thanks indeed for sharing some ideas about how to move towards that sort of startup thinking and sharing your own experiences. Agur Jõgi, CIO of Bigbank.
Thank you, Helen.